Higher Secondary Second Year, Computer Science, Unit 2, Chapter 6, Control Structures, Part 1. Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the control structures. The learning objectives of the lesson control structures are, first of all, to gain knowledge on the various flow of control in Python language. Second one, to learn through the syntax how to use conditional construct to improve the efficiency of the program flow. Last and third one, to apply iteration structures, repetitive structures to develop code to repeat the program segment for a specific number of times or till the condition is satisfied. First one, control structures. What is control structure? It is a program statements that cause a jump of control from one part of the program to another part. This is called control structure or control statement. There are three important control structures in Python. First one, sequential statement. The statements are in sequential, executed sequential in a program. Second one, alternative or branching. That means check the condition, and if the condition is true, the control flow goes towards the one direction. If it is false, it goes towards the second direction. That is called the alternative or branching statement. Last and final one is iterative or looping. That is for doing the set of instructions or statements in certain number of times. That is called the iterative process or looping. For example, to read 30 students name and address is one of the examples for looping. First one, sequential statements. What is sequential statement? It is composed of sequence of statements which are executed one after another. A code to print your name. Example, a code to print your name, address and phone number is an example for sequential statement. Here it is the example program to print your name and address. It is in the sequential form. It has this program has only two lines. The two lines are executed one by one. First line is executed first and second line is executed second, and so on. Print hello, this is Shyam. Print 43, second line, Northcar State. The output is given below. Hello, this is Shyam. This is the first line. Second statement is executed and printed as the 43, second line, Northcar State. Here this example is illustrated by using the Python IDLE window. Open the Python 3.7.4. Here one example, the same example, program to print your name and address. This is the example for program for sequential statement. Print hello, this Shyam. Print 43, second line, Northcar Street, TN. If we execute this program, it executed the two lines one by one as shown in display. Second one, alternative or branching statement. Python provides the following types of alternating or branching statements. There are three types of alternating or branching statements. One is simple if statement, second one if else statement, third one if elif statement. In C, it is given as if else if and else. Here if elif else statements. This is the nested statement. First of all, we are going to see the program about the simple if statement. The syntax of simple if statement is given below. If condition is true, the statement block 1 is executed here. In above syntax, if condition is true statements, block 1 will be executed. Here is an example to check the age and print whether eligible for voting. This is the program to check the age and print whether you are eligible for voting. The X is got from the keyboard by using this input statement. Enter your age, the prompt is displayed on the screen, and the value given by the user is assigned to the variable X. Here the checking condition, if X greater than or equal to 18, if more than or equal to 18, this statement is executed. You are eligible for voting. It prints that this prompt like so. You are eligible for voting. Here is the output. Enter your age 34. You are eligible for voting. Below the 18, 16, there is no result. Here is the example from the Python IDLE. For the simple if statement, the same example, that program to check the age and print whether eligible for voting. Here X is assumed by the user. The user give the value at the terminal. Enter your age at the prompt. Enter your age. If he give the value 48, the 48 assigned to the value of X. X 48 is greater than 18, so it displays the prompt as you are eligible for voting. For example, run model, age 48. Now you are eligible for voting. Again the same problem, and give the value below 18. Now there is no result. So if second condition is invoked, that is false condition, we can write this program by using the if-else statement. Second one, branching, the example for branching, if-else statement. Here false condition is also given. If condition is true, this is the syntax for if-else statement. This if-else statement provides control to check the true block as well as the false block also. Following is the syntax of if-else statement. If condition is true, the statement block 1 is executed. In simple if statement, the statement block 1 only the executed. The else block is not there. Here else block is also executed. If this condition is false, the else block is executed. Here is an execution, if-else statement execution by using the flowchart. It is demonstrated by using the flowchart. This is the entry, the value, for example, X value, you read the X value, then the condition is checked, X less than or equal to 18 or X less than or equal to false. Suppose if X less than or equal to 18, it is a true condition, statement block 1 is executed and the control flow to the exit block. If the condition is false, the statement block 2 is executed and the control flow through the exit section. So there is two conditions. One is true condition, another one is false condition. It is the two-way. It is the example for two-way branching. This is the one of the example for two-way branching. The if-else statement is example for the two-way branching technique. Here is an example for the if-else statement. Program to check if the accepted number is odd or even. Here the value of A is getting from the keyboard, and check with this condition A modulo 2 equals 0. That is, if A, the given number, is divided by 2, then remainder is 0. If it is an odd number, the remainder is 1. So there is two results here, whether it may be the A modulo 2 may be a 0 or 1. If it is 0, A is divisible by 2. So A is an even number. Else A is an odd number. Here this first output, enter any number 56, 56 divided by 2, then result is the remainder is 0, so 56 is an even number. Here another example 67, 67 modulo 2, the remainder is 1, so this is not satisfied with this condition, so else block is executed, so 67 is an odd number. Here these examples is demonstrated by using the IDLE window. File open, if else, here A value is assumed by the user, enter any number is the prompt, the value is get by the input function, whether it A modulo 2 equal to 0, this condition is true, this statement is executed, that is the given number is an even number. If its condition is false, else block is executed, here the given number is odd number. We are going to check this model by using the run model. Suppose the value is above 18, or 34, the 34 is an even number. Another example, (33), it is the odd number. The second condition is executed here, that is false block is executed, so 33 is an odd number. An alternate method to rewrite the above program, the odd or even program, is also available in Python. The complete if else can also return with us. This is the conditional statement. This is just like the conditional or the ternary operator statement. Syntax is variable equal to variable 1 if condition is true. If condition is true, the value of variable is the value of variable 1. If condition is false, the value of variable is variable 2. If condition is false, the value of variable is assigned with the value of variable 2. Here is the example for the alternate method program to check if the accepted number is odd or even using the alternate method of if else. Here A is given by the user by using the input command. If the A value modulo 2 that is equal to 0, that is this condition is true, the text even is assigned to x, else the odd is assigned to x. Here print statement is available to print the number. Here first output, enter any number 3, 3 is not divisible by 2, so the odd is assigned to x, so the result is odd, the result is 3, 3 is x value is odd. Second output, enter any number, the user giving the value 22, the 22 modulo 2 that is equal to 0, so even is assigned to x, so the result is 22, the A value is 22, 22 is x value is even, so 22 is even. This is checked by the IDLE window. Open the file, if else model 2. Here is the example program to check the odd or even number. A equal to int of input of enter any number. It displays the prompt enter any number. We are giving any value, it is assigned to value A. If it is modulo by 2 equal to 0, this is true, even is assumed to the x, else odd is assumed to the x. The result is printed by the print statement. Now run model, we are giving the odd number 7, so 7 is odd. Another example, run the value, giving the value even number 96. 96 is even. Next one, third one, for the alternative or branching statement, if, elif, else statement. If, elif, not else if, elif, elif, elif. In C, we already learned it as else if, but in Python it may be elif. If condition is true, statement block 1 is executed. Else if, elif, condition 2 is true, the statement block 2 is executed. The default condition is statement block n is executed. If, elif, else statement execution by using the one flowchart. The test expression if is evaluated. If it is true, the body of if is executed. If it is false, another text expression is evaluated by using the elif statement. If it is true, body of the elif statement is executed and exit from this. The flow is executed. If it is false, the body of else case is worked and the flow is exit. Example program for if, elif, else if. If, elif, else. Example program. Here is an example. If the average greater than or equal to 80 and above, the grade is A. Average marks, if it is greater than 80 or above, A. Another condition, if it is greater than or equal to 70 and less than 80, that is 70 to 79, the average mark will be 70 to 79, the grade is B. If it is greater than or equal to 60 and 70, third condition, that is the mark value between the 60 and 69, the value is grade value is C. Fourth condition, greater than or equal to 50 and 60, less than 60, that is 50 to 59, the grade value is D. Otherwise, below 50 up to 49, 0 to 49, the grade is E. This is demonstrated by using a program. Get the value M1 from the user by using this line M1 equal to int of input of enter the mark of first subject. The value entered by the user is assigned to the M1. The second value is assigned to the M2. Similarly, now the average is getting by this statement AVG equal to M1 plus M2 by 2. So the average mark is stored in AVG. If average value more than or equal to 80, print grade A. Elif average is 70, here and is the Boolean operator. The second condition, average less than 20, in between this 70 to 80, 70 to 79, the grade is B. Another condition, elif average greater than or equal to 60 and AVG less than 70, print grade C. Fourth condition, elif AVG greater than or equal to 50 and AVG less than 60, print grade D. Else default block below the 49, below the 50, the print grade E. The output, first output, enter the mark 34 and second mark 78. The average mark is in between the D grade, that is 50 to 59. So the grade is D. The second output, enter the mark of the subject 60. We are going to see this by using the IDLE window. If, elif statement. Here the if block is if elif block is here. Average greater than 80, grade A. 70 to 80, grade B. 60 to 70, grade C. 50 to 60, grade D, and default value below the value 50, then grade E. We are getting the 2 marks by the user, from the user, M1 and M2. The average is summed by the two values and divided by the 2. So average is equal to M1 plus M2 by 2. Then average is checked by using the if-elif condition. Here this print block should be intended by using the tab key. So this print statement is under the if block. Here another one, this print grade B, this statement is intended by using the tab key. So this block is under the elif statement. In C, we are giving this by using the set bracket. We are giving this by using the set bracket there, but here the block is intended by using the tab key. The block is intended by the tab key. Run this program, run model. First subject 55, second subject also 55, the average is 55, that is grade D. If again run this program once again by using F5 key, suppose 100, second subject 99, so the average is 99.5, that is the grade A. This is the example program to demonstrate the if-elif else statement. Program to illustrate the use of in and not in clause in the if statement. We can use the in and not in the if statement. Here is an example, but this option is not in the C++ coding. CH equal to input, enter any character. So a character given by the user is assigned to the value of CH. Here if CH in the set of values, that is small AEIOU and capital AEIOU, is if this character is found in this 10 characters, then it value printed as it is a vowel. If the value is in ABC, is not in the ABC, not in option, here not in option is introduced. ABC, the value here, the output is the given value, the given letter is not in ABC. Here is an output one, enter a character small e. Small e is in the set of values. So if CH E in these values, yes, so the output is E is vowel. Here CH is vowel, CH is the E is the vowel. Second output, enter the value of, enter a character, that is X, the character value is X, X is assigned to CH. CH not in ABC, the CH value X is not in the ABC, this set of values. So the output is here CH value is X, X the letter is not ABC, X the letter is not ABC. This example is demonstrated by IDLE window. Open that program already stored, which is already stored. If else statement within or not in. Here the same example program to illustrate the use of in and not in the if statement. Here CH is assumed by the user. If this value is in the set of values, then CH is vowel. For example, AEIOU. If the value is not in the set ABC, then the result is the letter is not in ABC. Now run this model by using the run model. Give the character I, small I. It is vowel, so I is vowel. Also I is the letter not in ABC. This letter is not in ABC. Another example, run model, Z. Here it is not vowel, so the vowel display is not here. Z, the letter is not in ABC. So this program is to illustrate the use of in and not in the if statement. Thanks for watching. Thank you, students.